Hi guys, Rebecca from the Crafted Sparrow here. Today I'm showing you how to create these paper succulents from our frame succulent project using the Cricut Explore Air and the new Design Space app for iPad. This project was actually inspired by Leah Griffith. If you don't know who she is, please be sure to check her out. The majority of these succulents are part of one of her tutorials that I downloaded in Design Space. These succulents here are actually one of mine from my Design Space project, the mini succulent plant. It was just something, a real quick, cute idea, throwing a succulent in a little terracotta pot. You could obviously make something larger like the frame succulent project. But I wanted to show you how to assemble and how easy it was to assemble the succulent for my mini succulent project that is actually part of this project. So we're going to go ahead and move that out of the way and get started. When you're in Design Space and you get everything cut and ready to go, you're going to be left with all these petals. Sorry while I set these out. You'll want to lay them out in order from largest to smallest. You're going to save your last two petals, which are actually the smallest petals, and you'll see which ones those are. And you're going to want to actually cut them in half so that you are left with just the half of the petal. And I'll show you why I'm going to do that at the end. We're actually going to create the center of our succulent, kind of like this, a rolled portion. First things first, I did it to the rest of these petals already, but you're going to want to take a pair of scissors, any size. You can use a pencil, a ruler with a sharp edge, anything. Basically, you're just going to curl your petals up and inward, and you want to do this to all of them. Be careful, don't do too hard because you don't want to rip your petals off. If it does happen, just tape it back together, no big deal. Starting with your largest petal and a hot glue gun, place the dotted glue in the center. Take your next size petal and just kind of overlap so that your petals, aren't all going the same direction. Continue to do this and work your way down to the smallest petal and continue to overlap. The reason we curled the petals was to create the dimension in the succulent. Otherwise it'd be kind of flat. So continue to work your way down to the smallest. Removing any little glue strings that are loose. If you need to fluff any of the petals as you go, because you notice they're a little flat, go ahead and do so. Okay, we're getting down to our last two. Okay, so now that I've got those petals all assembled, just kind of fluff that up. You're going to just take these little half pieces, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll them. We're kind of creating that like mini bud look from the inside of the flower or the plant as it opens up. You can use regular glue for this project. You don't have to use hot glue. I prefer hot glue. Just be careful, especially with these smaller pieces. Glue on your second piece and continue to roll it around, being sure that you're overlapping again your pieces so that it kind of just looks like that bud. Kind of squish it a little. Okay, your third piece. Again, overlapping. gluing down that end. And your last piece. Once you get that all glued together, remove any strings, and you're just going to put a bead of glue along the bottom and glue it in the center of your succulent plant, and then just fluff up any of the little petals that you need to fluff up. Sometimes I like to bend some of them in a little bit more just to give it a little more dimension. And there you go. That's how easy it was. Like I said, the rest of these succulents for the frame succulent project you can find on leahgriffith.com. She has an amazing tutorial for the rest of these, and I hope you enjoy this project and come back for more. Thanks, guys.